Good morning.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. This is Francesca from Visalia, California.
Welcome. And go ahead and mute
Hey.
yourself. And Karen, do you want to unmute yourself? Are you there? Our hostess?
2022.
Did we lose you again?
Interesting. It was going up to nearly everybody.
Okay, I'm going to mute all again because we got some noise in the background. And boy, I'm a busy guy, muting, admitting people, recording. And Karen, I don't know what happened to you, but I think we lost you again. So I'll go ahead and get things started. Hey, I'm not bashful most of the time. Oh, there she is. She's coming back in. So, and Karen, if you're in there, we lost you again, but go ahead and say hello, unmute yourself, and let us know you're there.
I'm back. Do you want me to jump in?
Yes, please go ahead. I was
Okay,
just about
so-
to get started without you.
Yeah, and Darlene said
ahead.
she would jump in if I couldn't, but okay, so we're here for the Monday Morning Miracle Call. I love it because this is how we get Monday morning started. And this is where we share the wonderful things that are happening with our patches. And I want to remind you, we do call it the Monday Morning Miracle Call because it does just seem miraculous, but it is science. So what we do is we come in, we share what happened, how you were, what you did, how you are now. Make it quick, maybe 30 seconds if you can, with as many details. And please do not do any named diseases. We do not claim to treat, cure, or diagnose any named disease. We just use these patches and let our bodies do what they need to do so that we can be in optimal health. So let's see who wants to put their hands up and let's get going. Let me see if I've got Heidi. Come on in, Heidi.
Good morning, Karen. This is Heidi Miller from Montpelier, Idaho. I just have a quick one from this morning that happened actually at 2:53 a.m. this morning while I was outside having a strange instinct to go check my car. There was 3 feet of snow and I thought, okay, I'm going to put my full gear on. I'm going to go play out in the snow. I don't have to work from home until later on. I'm a 52-year-old woman. I can play around and do whatever I want. However, what I didn't know is I was going to run into the snowplow guy who an hour before I got up to play in the snow damaged the front of my car, but didn't bother to call it in. And so I actually was wearing my nightly Nirvana patch, which tempered my mood. Instead of taking the sweeping broom from cleaning off from my car so that I could go fuel up my car and then maybe go out to a little bit higher hills, I actually was calm enough to not say every swear word in the book as to why he should have called it in and why he lied to me when I walked up to him and actually tried to solicit him SP6 complete so he could stop cigarette smoking so he wouldn't have to get out of his snowplow vehicle because he couldn't smoke in his vehicle. So anyway, did a little advertising for SP6 complete. But he was lying to me the whole time. He didn't know that I was the owner of the vehicle that he had just smashed an hour before. So just want you to know Nirvana works even at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It possibly saved a life.
Possibly with a broomstick. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
There's a
That's
lot of
awesome,
sarcasm in my
Heidi.
voice.
I know. That's awesome though. I'm glad because it does keep you calmer. It's fabulous. Okay, who's next? And thank you, Heidi, for getting us going. I don't see any more hands up, so come on in. Who wants to share their story? And we take questions too.
Yes,
Okay, I see
Dawn.
somebody who's got their finger up. You're muted, so unmute and come on in.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I'm so sorry. I'm still new at this technology.
no problem. Tranquila.
Okay. Well, I've been using the patches for a month now, since November 5th. I've been on X39 and also Aeon. 12 hours X39, 12 hours Aeon. Well, about 4 days ago, I walked around my bed, and for some reason the bed frame was sticking out. It's just weird. So I injured my leg, my left leg, which I have 5 screws in that left leg because I broke my ankle several years ago. So the hit was pretty hard because it just knocked me off my feet, and I ended up in the corner of the bed, and I got dizzy. The pain was so severe. I didn't know if I needed to call 911. I was like, oh my God. So my legs just started swelling. The area that was hit was real red and purple, and it started swelling. And I'm like, oh, what do I do now? And then I looked up and I had my patches not far from me. And I thought, well, let me take this Aon. I've listened to David Schmitz talking about that in one of the webinars he did recently. And I thought, well, do your thing. You know, I just picked it up, I put it on my leg, and I said, do your thing. And I prayed over it, of course. And I laid down and I thought, oh my God, this thing is burning, it's hurting, it's swelling. I won't be able to walk tomorrow. I'll be, you know, so I was going over what was going to happen with this injury now. Well, I got up in the night and I was able to walk. And I'm like, oh, okay. And the following morning, by my surprise, I'm looking at my leg and it looked like that injury had happened a week prior. It was completely white. The area that was red and I thought it was going to bleed, that area was almost like very, very faint. It had a faint color, as if this had happened a week prior. So then I started taking pictures and I'm like, why didn't I do before and after? Because nobody's going to believe me. In fact, I told everybody I know, I told them, and I even sent the pictures. It's like, well, yeah, maybe she healed by herself, but I know what happened. I know that my leg would have been all black and blue. My right below the knee and by the foot, it would have been completely black and blue. So
oh yeah, the healing powers. That's
just
awesome.
amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. And we're gonna go. I appreciate that. And were you done?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Casey, we're gonna go to you next, and then Rhea.
Okay. I have a quick question from one of my potential customers. She was looking at some information about IceWave, and she said, since IceWave is not affiliated or part of the activating stem cells like X39 and X49, she said, how does it work? And I thought, uh-oh. Well, I started to say, well, it has certain frequencies that have been developed and proven. And then I got stuck and I didn't know what to say. So help.
Well, you know what I would have had to say? I know how it works. Real good. I don't know the technical answer. Anybody want to step in and try with that? What would you say? I don't think I would get technical. But you know, it's nice to have those science answers.
I'm happy to respond. It's Robin. Remember the line when you're talking, you're pointing to a tool. If you go under Live Younger Success and you go to David Schmidt videos, he did a very short video on how IceWave works. It's about 5 minutes. And I think if you send that to people, I think that would be really, really good idea.
Oh, Robin, that is magnificent and brilliant in the simplicity.
And I'll give the science answer. You know, it's interesting that LifeWave was around for 14 years before we had a stem cell patch. Okay, the company's 8 years old and X39's been around for 4 years. So the original product that was designed for the Navy SEALs, the energy patch, works on the same scientific basis as all of the patches, including X39, but X39 and 49 are the only two that have anything to do with activating stem cells. And it's frequency based, and I found it easy to say, you know, there's crystals organic crystals in each patch that are tuned to a very specific frequency that when your body heat hits them, they re-emanate or radiate back frequencies that cause biological effects on the body. And this is called phototherapy. It's like laser therapy. And I'm not sure really how it works, but it works really well, as Karen said. So Casey, I don't know if that is helpful, but a little simple answer like that, because we all should know that the product has little nanocrystals, and each different patch has a different frequency emanation once activated by our infrared body heat. So that's your science lesson for the morning.
Yes, and I do want to make a correction. Thank you, Gregory. It's under Live Younger Products, and you go
okay.
to the menu bar, and you go to the pain management section. And there's a picture, there's a video of David of how to patch videos, and he looks a lot younger. It's on the right side, right under Dr. Barbara's video. And that's where he explains how IceWave works.
Does he do a good job like Gregory? Gregory, that was so awesome.
Oh man, I
wish-
don't
I
know
wish
about
you could
that.
I wish you could do it slower. I was trying to write it down and I couldn't get it all down. That's perfect. It was a very short explanation, but very understandable. So now where do I find that?
In the recording of the call.
Actually, it's in
There
the
you go.
in Facebook Live and the recording of this call. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I would still want to point to the tool, but some people just insist on an answer from you. So I think maybe it's okay to be ready with both. I love that. All right. Well, let's go on to Rhea, and you correct me if I'm saying your name wrong.
That's good. That's good. What I was curious about is how does the dream spray work as far as we're using? I use Eon at night, and I used the dream along with it, and I didn't sleep as well. And I'm wondering if there's a problem with that, or I should just use one or the other. Anyway, that's my question.
Well, if it was just one night, you don't know for sure if it was because it was 3 nights.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe it was. I would just kind of play around with it personally and see, because I know some of the things that are meant to relax, I don't sleep well with either. So I think you just have to listen to your own body. Anybody else have a good answer for that one? Because mine was pretty puny. Okay, I think we're going to go with use your intuition and play around with it a little bit and
Sounds
see
good.
what works for you. Yeah, because there's no pat answer for everybody on anything,
Right.
which is cool. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that question. These questions are great because everybody has these questions. I guarantee you, any question you have, somebody else is saying, oh, I'm glad they asked that question. So awesome. All right, let's go to, it looks like Mara. And don't forget to unmute.
So I want to tell you a story. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can actually, even though it says you're muted, if that's
Okay.
you.
Okay, so I want to tell you a story about IceWave. Excuse me. I broke my kneecap a while back, maybe a couple months ago. And so I went to the emergency room. They put on a brace. They did an x-ray. They gave me 4 medications. I went home and I had the brace on for 3 weeks. Every day for 3 weeks, I put both IceWaves on my knee.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, that you put them both on there every day, because it takes time sometimes and it helps them get better faster. I don't see any more hands up. So who's going to be the next person to bless our community? Oh, there we go. Anne-Marie.
Let's say hi, it's Joe on Henry's.
Hi, it's Joe, Anne-Marie's husband. How are you?
Oh, hi, Joe.
Well, fine. I just wanted to share experience. At the state life, I'm going to be replaced January 11th, but I'm pretty good at tripping and falling down. So I've taken some heavy falls in the last 2 months, and my left knee, which was replaced in my left hip, were really starting to bother me after the falls, because one of them I went right off the deck. And So I started using Ice Wave after listening to David's discussion about Ice Wave and placement and pain. Put them on the bottom of my feet and under my collarbone, and then I put an Eon below my belly button, and that really helped at night for sleeping. And then when I came off of those, then I put an X39 on my neck during the day to counter it. And my pain in the last 3 or 4 days, it doesn't happen right away, but it's gotten much better, and I can actually get up out of a chair very easily now. And it was I had a lot of shoulder pain from the falls, and I just wanted to pass that on. That David's lecture really helped quite a bit. The one from last.
Awesome, and those calls are wonderful, and I'm so glad that we have access to them all the time. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for sharing that, and I'm glad you're sleeping better too with that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
so
well,
let's go ahead.
No, it just really helps when you're in pain day after day. It kind of knocks you down after a while. So actually, I was pretty optimistic today to be able to walk around and not have discomfort.
Awesome. Thank you. And I see Dr. Tom's on, and he might have something additional to say. I'm not sure. So we're going to call on Dr. Tom, and then John, our new regular positive, exciting guy to listen to. So Dr. Tom and then John.
And
Thanks.
also, Karen, Sarah would like to say something after one of these people, but she can't get her hand up. She's on her phone. So she'll be this.
Okay, got it. So Sarah, why don't you come in after John? Okay. So Dr. Tom, are you there? Oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks so much, Karen. I happen to know Mara's the end of the story, but I see her hand is back up. So maybe I was gonna tell the end of her story, but I'll let her do that. But it does remind me, the way she broke her patella was to fall directly on the stairs going up, like boom. And I broke a patella years back, falling directly on an ice skating rink. And I know what it's like to be in a straight leg. And I've busted lots of things over the years, not the least of which was my jaw when I passed out after running and fell flat on my chin. I've had a bump, a scar where they, not only did I fracture my mandible, but I've had a scar in the bottom of my chin for years, and I always have to be careful shaving. And I realized a couple of weeks ago that I'm not careful anymore. I would regularly cut the bottom of my chin, every couple of months, even though I knew it was there. And I refuse to go with an electric razor, of course. I like a blade. But I realized a couple of weeks ago, I'm not careful when I shave anymore.
Wow.
That is so exciting. It's
Isn't that
amazing
great?
how those scars go down. Yeah, I've had several that diminished, and I wish did you take a picture of yours before? I know I didn't, and I'm sad I didn't.
I wish I had. I do have a picture of me, bare chested on the beach with my original open heart surgery scar on my sternum from years ago. And that is almost gone. I have not yet taken an after picture, but if anybody hasn't heard me say that, believe it or not, my zipper scar on my chest is after about a year on X39 and some of the other technologies, it started to fade, which just stunned me. And now it's almost unrecognizable. A year later.
You know what? Yes, my husband in his 80s, the same thing. You almost couldn't find it, which was pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Tom. I really appreciate all of that. And I think we're going to butt in and go back to Mara because I might have cut her off too soon. I thought she was done. So Mara, come on back in and finish, okay?
Oh yeah, no problem. I was driving and I was in a bad zone. So
Yeah.
So anyways, from Dr. Tom, yeah. So I fell right on my kneecap, got the brace. They gave me 4 medications in the emergency room. I didn't take any of them. And I put the 2 ice waves on my left knee for 3 weeks. He told me I'd be in severe pain, which I was at first, but within a week, no pain at all. But he said I'd be in pain the whole time till I went back to see him in 3 weeks. The pain was the brace because it was so big and heavy. And when I went back to see him, no pain, able to bend my knee. And in 30 years of his practice, he said he's never not had anybody go to physical therapy after. He looked at me like I had 10 heads because he couldn't believe how well it healed. So that's my miracle
Woohoo!
story.
That
And
is.
and within a week, I started running again and swimming, and it's great. I had a massage yesterday on my body, but she worked on my knee and she said, "Oh my God, this is like a miracle." I'm like, "Yep, it is."
I love it. I love it. That is so awesome. Thanks for coming back in and sharing that. And I'm glad
Thank you
Dr.
very
John
much.
came
Sorry
in and
about that.
added. No, that's fine. I thought maybe it was something I did. So awesome. Okay, so we're going to go to John, Sarah, and then Sunshower. Okay, so John, come on in.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to share a quick story that happened to me yesterday. Is I have been working on a fundraiser model for my local church. And this fundraiser model is designed to make a lot of funds available so I can sign the Reverend up as a diamond. And it's going to be two things here. It's going to be able to, number one, raise a lot of money for the church. And they really need the money. And so that's one thing I'm going to do. And then the second thing is it's going to really spread health and wellness to the entire congregation. And I think it's going to spread like crazy. So I just wanted to update you all on something that I've had a lot of successful replies and support from the church. And I've kind of come along pretty far on this. And I think it's scalable to just about every church in the entire country.
Oh, thank you for sharing. That's cool.
Karen, I just want to comment for John. You're onto something big because once it works with your church, that pastor can talk to another church and to another church. You can talk to another church. And I know there's some folks in California beginning that process very successfully, pastors coming in and sharing it with their flock and then taking it down the road to share with another pastor in their flock. So you're onto something, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
That is awesome. Thank you. And helping so many people in the process is fabulous. Sarah, come on in here.
Oh, can you hear me now? I think I worked out how to unmute myself.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, good. Well, I inherited from my family heart conditions, and used to suffer a kind of attack at least once or twice a week all my life, since I was 40. And I've been taking X49 with X39 since it came out. And then just recently we ran very low on our supplies of X49. And so I stopped taking it so my husband could take what we had. And after 5 days, about 6 months ago, I just stopped having these attacks that I used to have. And I thought it was because of all the patches that I was taking. But I wasn't sure which one it was. But then when I stopped taking X49, I started getting these attacks again after 5 days. I mean, really bad attacks. And it was crazy. And then, I started taking the X49 again. And after 2 days, no attacks anymore. So I just wanted to say, I looked up the effects of X49 and I see that it does have some effect on the heart. So that was really amazing for me.
Beautiful.
That is awesome. And the thing is, your husband can wait until you get a new order.
That's what he said. He said, I'm more important.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's definitely, truly sounds like a miracle story. The science is just incredible.
Yeah, I did an experiment.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you found out, like, that's just awesome. And you know exactly what was doing that. And maybe in time, it'll quit even without using them. So hopefully you'll find that down the road too. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, let's move on now after that beautiful story to Sunshower.
Morning, everybody. Isn't this a great call?
Yes.
So much. Yeah, I think it's great for all of us. I'm so glad that Dr. Tom is here this morning because I really want to direct a further question to him. Last week, I talked about something about my ears, ringing of the ears, and he suggested energy enhancers, which I have on my mastoids right now. And I thought he said one other thing too, and I'm not sure I caught that. So if Dr. Tom, if you can address that, that'd be great.
Sure. I was suggesting that you might want to alternate days, energy enhancer one day and ice wave the next day, with the tan patch on the left, white patch on the right. And you might also want to put an Eon on top of the tan patch.
On top of the 10. Okay. I thought you said something about Eon. Forgot all about ice wave. Thanks so much.
Sure thing.
That's excellent. Thank you. Thanks. That was a great question. And let's see, how are we on time? Because it's 10:27. I don't see any more hands up. Gregory, how about if I hand this over to you guys? Oh, wait, there's Heidi. Heidi, you come in and then we'll hand it back off to Gregory and Robin.
I just wanted to offer to Gregory and Robin, if they want to schedule using iPhones, connecting to Androids, connecting to emails, connecting to sharing from YouTube channels, I would be glad to do a training where you actually physically can see. I mean, I got 5 devices over here that my kids don't use anymore. So it's something that needs to be trained on for us gray-haired, and I do have some gray hairs. I just dyed them recently, but we need to know how to use Android to iPhone and iPhone to Android so that we can get those videos. They're quick 2-minute videos, and they're so easy to send once you know how to do it.
Yeah, let's talk offline about that, Heidi. I'm not sure exactly caught it, that I didn't know there was a problem with people with Android versus iPhone, but because I've never had an Android.
And I didn't until 5 years ago. And I had an iPhone for 2 years and I didn't realize there was an issue. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I can do so much more on my Android than I can on my iPhone. And then yet I can't do things on my iPhone that I can do on my Android.
Let's connect offline about that. I'm curious what your ideas are. Thank you.
Yeah, and it looks like Rhea's back in. Rhea, why don't you come in real quick and then Gregory and Robin take over.
I was just curious because the last lady brought up her ears. I'm deaf in my left ear, kind of, I think. And I don't know what the reason is, but that's what I was asking about, suggestions. Which patch should I use? And I have no pain, so I wasn't even thinking about using the ice wave. So that's my question, quick.
Yeah, I don't have an answer.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, no, somebody
Right
else
now,
might.
yeah, right now I put my X39 here and I put the harnessing up above it, or both, but I put both of them. That's how I wear them during the day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I haven't had any change, but I'm just curious. So
I don't know if Dr. Tom wants to comment, but I'll suggest, I would think the energy patch, to drive, energy in there might have some benefit. Or you probably already done this. Robin was going deaf in in her ears and she went and got the wax removed.
well, that probably would help, wouldn't it?
My husband had that too.
It was miraculous getting an ear flush, and you can do it at home too. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, thank you.
Yeah, one of our friends.
Sometimes the answers are too simple.
I know. It was amazing.
Hi, you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Kame. I posted a question in the chat, but nobody saw it. I have 2 customers who are getting ready to have bladder surgery, suspension. And what do you suggest for pre and post-op? Or do you have any suggestions?
Who'd like to tackle that? Or
Have they been using X39?
One of them has regularly
The
for the
sooner you can
past
get
3 months.
people, the sooner you can get people on X39, the better, because it
Uh-huh.
will, that copper peptide will accelerate the healing. And
Mhm.
then, you know, it's really pretty generic, actually, no matter what's going on, as X39, eon, and glutathione for all the reasons we know, plus carnosine, because you're cutting through some tissues, is what I would suggest and what I did. And you can actually put them, you know, right on the area that is being operated on top of the dressing, or the systemic points.
Okay.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Did I hear distension? Did I
What?
hear she said distension of the bladder?
Suspension.
Oh,
Suspension. Yeah. One
yeah,
has prolapsed and one is, I don't know.
because I understand I've had a distension of the bladder. And what they do is they insert a liquid and they stretch the bladder very tight, and then they remove that liquid. And then when I had the distension, I think that's what it was. I think it might be the same thing. Then for about a week after that, the pain was gone, but I felt the same feeling I felt when I was going through chemotherapy, which was lethargic, which was tiredness, which was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay down and do nothing all day. So I believe that these patches will help. They should help in terms of like that tiredness, almost as if you are going through chemo.
Yeah. And
Is
just
that-
follow what Robin said, because that sounds like a great idea. So I'm going to turn it over now to Robin and Gregory. Thank you, everybody, for your input, your comments, your stories, your questions. This is an awesome village, and I'm so happy to be part of it.
Mm. Great. Well, Robin, did you want to share anything about tonight?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
we have a new director. We need to confirm that he can be on. I don't know. Anne, I didn't see Jim on the line. If we can introduce.
there.
Oh, Jim is here?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Jim.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, can we have you on the call tonight? Are you available?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
We'll definitely
Okay.
play that little video in your office there, little office skit tonight.
Geez, it's funny. I went to the bank today, and the people in the bank go, "I haven't seen you down the office lately." So I guess I have to go to the office and do a video today.
I think so. I think so. And this week we're going to announce all these things tonight, and they'll be in the newsletter. I just want to make sure everyone saw David's pain management webinar last week. We posted it in the Facebook group. I put it on my personal Facebook group. I recommend sharing it far and wide. I mean, to be able to help people have, reduced or non-existent pain at the holidays and moving into the new year. What a gift. What a gift. And giving the gift of health. We'll stay on that one because it doesn't get better than that, because our health is our greatest wealth. We have a special call on Thursday. We'll announce that tonight on conscious completion of the year. I think you're in for a big treat for those of you that have been part of our tradition, and we'll be sending out our year-end questions. So lots going on at this time of year, and lots of you are ranking up, and we're excited for that. And we're working with a lot of people, so we're just cheering you on. There's that director bonus. You got to get that sheet in. So anything else you want to share, honey?
Well, I think Michelle has her hand up. She probably has something she wanted to share, Michelle.
Yes, very quickly. And I saw a question, who's the practitioner tomorrow night, but you can say that. But I have a question about the video, Robin, the Ice Wave video. You said it's on our Live Younger Facebook page, and that's how we can share it to our personal Facebook page?
Oh, I was going to address that. It's also in Live Younger YouTube. So it's not shareable from the Facebook group.
Thank you, Gregory.
Within Facebook. But
Thank you.
Yeah, it's in the YouTube.
Because a lot of times I want to share things on Facebook and there's no share button. There's no option to share. So thank you, Gregory.
There's
It's
no share.
also at the Live Younger Success Library, David Schmidt videos. It's at the top of the list there.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you,
sure.
Liz. Yeah,
Sure.
there, you're right. It's not from, I took the YouTube from the YouTube channel and put it on my Facebook group, not from our, so I should repost the YouTube on our Facebook group so everyone can share that. And you can't share from a group site. You can't share a post from a group site unless you copy and paste it. Just good to know. And our practitioner tomorrow night is Dr. Jeff. And he is confirmed, and it's always a treat to have him. So there we have it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Okay, well, thanks, everybody. And Heidi's just reminding us all to register for Nova by December something for only $19. So anytime in December, and in January, it goes up to $29. So we'll all get our early registration in and get our home parties all planned out. Okay, well, happy holidays. And
Gregory, the link
to
to register for Nova is also in the What's New section. So it's a direct link there, so you don't have to go hunting for it.
Great. Okay, so
Can I ask you a question about the seminar, the one in January? How long do you expect that to be? Is it about like 4 hours, or how long do you think that
last
would
year, well, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 4 hours. Probably 10 to 12 with a break, and then maybe 1 to 3, but that's a guess. So
10 o'clock Mountain Time.
10 o'clock Mountain.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So happy Monday, everyone. See you tonight.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Great
Bye.
call.
Bye. Bye, y'all
Thank you.
Zoomies.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Nice call. Thank
Full
you.
screen
Thank you so
Zoomies.
much.
Thank you guys so much.
You.
You guys are
Bye.
awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Nice
very
to see you, Diane. Have a great day.
Have a blessed day.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye, Canada, Ravel.
Bye. Have a great day now.
Thank
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Finish.